shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece.
Hey, everybody, it's the coach.
All right, Coach, the day's growing shorter, and folks in these parts gearing up for ski season, but we've got football to keep us busy right now from Empower Field at Mile High. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the New York Jets. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
We got this. First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
180. Check back 46. Hey, defense, let's go. Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hairston. He was looking for Landry that time. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, first and 10 at their own 15. After the interception, here's Darnold. Flush to his right. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. On second and 15 now. Darnold, he throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll try and run for it with Bell. They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down. They're going to go. It's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joe Schobert, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So just shy of midfield. They tried it. Didn't work out. What did you think?
I thought that they should have punted the ball well. Should have gotten rid of it and played defense with better field position. Look, I'm as aggressive as anyone wanting to go for it on offense, but in this situation, it doesn't.
First half.
I don't know that there's any risk. I mean, what's the reward for your risk here? I would not have done that. My only explanation is this coach, he may want to be up here in the booth with us. We may have a three-man booth starting next week if he keeps up with those decisions.
That's going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, 27 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Hardly any time taken off the clock there. 2 plays, and they find the end zone for 6 points. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The football going back to the New York Jets, who are 1-7 after the Week 9 loss to Miami. And that was a game, obviously, of 2 teams that are really struggling. 2 teams that were 1-13 coming in. The Dolphins get their first win of the season. You know, Adam Gase getting a chance to take on the team that he coached for 3 years. But at any rate, Charles, the Jets now 1-7.
And I know that we didn't expect them to be in the playoffs this year. I don't know anyone who predicted that. But I did hear people predict tougher team, better
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Thomas, the intended target.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Mayfield escaping the pressure right. He finds Beckham complete, and all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Sam Darnold leading the offense out for their next possession. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought was...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Greedy Williams, the rookie from LSU. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. From just shy of midfield, Mayfield. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. It's caught by OBJ. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He's got the first down. He's got a big game going right now. Already over 100 yards receiving in this first half alone.
Let's go.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. On the carry, it's Chubb. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Sliding out of the pocket. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. You think back to last year when these two teams met in Week 3. That was a big one for the Browns franchise and for Baker Mayfield. Mayfield came in relief of Tyrod Taylor and broke the Browns 19. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, we're already firmly in the month of November, so I want to go ahead and take a look at the AFC playoff picture. Right now, division leaders, New England, Baltimore, Houston, and KC. If it ended today, the wild cards would go to Buffalo and Indianapolis. You think those are going to be the 6? Probably some shuffling along the way.
There will be some shuffling along the way, maybe more in seeding than in actual teams, because when you look into who's in the wild card hunt right now, Pittsburgh, Oakland, both 4 and 4. Tennessee and Jacksonville at 4 and 5. The way teams are playing, they may just knock off each other. I think all the teams we listed have a heck of a chance of making it to the playoffs.
Flushed out right. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns.
Keep getting those touchdowns.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They
flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs.
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic. Faking it. I can understand. You want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
her addict, the stuff she used to preserve.
It smells terrible. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you
don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Greedy Williams.
Hey, everybody, it's the coach. Welcome to the special Saturday.
Okay, Coach, on a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Minnesota Vikings and the Dallas Cowboys. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Kirk Cousins brings out the Minnesota Vikings here, Charles. Gives us a chance to talk about Kirk, who had such a great October. And then
You know what they called it, don't you?
Kirktober? Is that
Kirktober.
Well, Kirk Timber, that doesn't have as good of a ring. But November, look, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions in the loss to Kansas City Week 9, but just 19 of 38. So that completion percentage of 50%, not near the 72% that he came in at.
And 78% during the month of October when he was the NFC Offensive Player of the Month.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by... Jeff Heath. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Here's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Now Prescott. Buying time to his left. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him. And he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
And it'll be intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 40. He's at the 30. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now give that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo, you said. Momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
That's it, baby. We got work.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on off.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really...
Accelerating, and off he goes. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 76 yards. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game. They always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. 33 yards that time.
That's a real nice job right there. Working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. Elliott on first down, going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. On second and 11 now. Prescott. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Prescott to throw it. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Then we got to give a little tip of the cap for the defense there. Zone coverage, locked it in tight, made it really difficult because they tried the crossing route against it, and it worked for a completion, but you have to know where the sticks are on third down. Didn't get beyond them, no pickup.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Well, he's got a big leg, and when everything comes together, he can certainly hit from long range, but this one's going to come up just a little bit short. A very good effort, though.
Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. A first down run not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. And it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up second and 9. On second and 9, Cousins going deep for Diggs. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Anthony Brown. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On second and 12, Prescott flush to his right. Completes it to Jason Witten. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter whether they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there, and receivers come open. Great discipline on that play. They didn't let that happen and held it to no gain. Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Vikings offense gets set for their next possession here. You know, I mentioned the Kansas City game. That was one you had, the Kansas City field goal to win it 26-23 in Week 9. That broke the 4-game win streak for the Vikings. What else did you glean from that game for Minnesota now at 6-3?
That they're still a prime contender. I mean, this team is very good. Off a little bit on offense, wasn't their normal production. Defense gave up a big 91-yard touchdown run to Damian Williams. That's not normal for them. Still were in the game despite not playing with, I guess you would call it their A game in this one. Not to take credit away from Kansas City, but this Vikings team, week in, week out, is going to be very difficult for anyone to solve. Look for them to be in it all the way.
They'll try to bounce back upcoming on a road game. They're going to Dallas. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter. 13-0 is the score after one on EA Sports. So on fourth down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. Back deep for the Cowboys, Tavon Austin. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Getting set to go again, we get a look at Amari Cooper as he heads back out there now. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well, and they're really excited that he has no catches, but they're also worried because a lot of times...
It's caught inside the 25. A big play here for Dallas. 61 yards. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack. Prescott now escaping the pressure right. And this one complete to Witten over the middle. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Prescott to throw on 4th. Going right side, he has Witten. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They start the drive with Cook. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. The tackle by Robert Quinn. On 2nd down now, it's Cook. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. On 3rd down, Cousins. He sets to fire deep. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 82 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go!
Amari Cooper and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. They've got to find a way to get him more involved in this game plan. Down here in the second quarter, he doesn't even have a catch.
And don't think they're not hearing him.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. The 20, 10, 5, and he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 69 yards. Well, that didn't take long. 1 play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Taking it in from a yard out as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. Well, it wasn't a 1-play drive, but I think they'll take it. The scoring summary, 2 plays and into the end zone. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Minnesota. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cousins in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to try on 4th down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott with his second touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are back within a single score. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Good work, boy. Let's go. Let's go.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup. Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
218, chop it. SOS.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
They're running it.
Final play of the half, Cousins. Dancing, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Go.
On 1st and 10, Prescott eluding the pressure right. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Boy, you got to think that having a 37-year-old veteran Jason Witten back at tight end is going to be great for Dak Prescott for plays just like that. And you think to last year when Witten wasn't there, it was kind of a rotating carousel. They had Blake Jarwin, Jeff Swaim, Rico Gathers, Dalton Schultz. But Witten back out there and doing his thing again. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Cooper was the intended target. That'll bring up second down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To throw is Prescott. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Jason Witten, the intended target. And it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And he comes back with one complete. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Of course, the door for Maher was opened after a little bit of a surprise move. The Cowboys letting go of Dan Bailey last year.
Yeah, Maher took over in the preseason. He's from Nebraska via the Canadian Football League, where he kicked for 4 years. And I saw him personally make 2 game-winning field goals last season against Detroit and in Atlanta.
Let's go, folks.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
They run it again with Cook. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Flush to his right. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
12 yards on the return that time.
Let's go. Let's do this.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
The tackle made there by Linval Joseph. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Complete to Jason Witten. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. Prescott now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott got an open man, the tight end Jarwin. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. This is Elliott. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And that is incomplete.
Intended for
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Offside, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. Prescott on 1st down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 11 yards there, just like last play. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the 1st half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it 2 ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. I tell my quarterback, guess what? You're handing it to me again.
And if I'm the quarterback, I'm saying, okay, that sounds good, right?
Smart quarterback.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Give to Cook out of the gun. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Bailey now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Last year, Dak Prescott had 3 fourth-quarter comebacks, and he's in search of another one right now. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The Cowboys' all-time receptions leader, Jason Witten, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And on the left side, he's got Witten. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 16 yards, a 1st down. The last time we saw Jason Witten on a football field instead of the broadcasting booth was, of course, 2 years ago, 2017. He had 63 catches, 560 yards, 5 touchdowns. It was his 11th Pro Bowl that season for a man who came into the league back in 2003. And this is going to be intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it, Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell them to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
They get 9 yards there, and they get a 1st down. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Byron Jones in there to make the tackle. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards that time for number 19. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. The tackle was made by Michael Bennett. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Again, it's Cook. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Steps away to his left. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
On the tackle that time, it's Trey Waynes. Back to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They thought it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
Let's get up. Hey, 47.
Prescott to throw. Now a desperation throw deep. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Hey, let's go. Interception. All day, baby. Let's get this.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were really...
I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. 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 I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, press that like I'm Eno. Think I'm part Italian. Blame that on Gino. Smells like the medallion. The skin on cappuccino. I don't kiss and tell. Keep your distance from myself. Fettuccine with the snails in a 5-star hotel. And I wish these well when they wish for me to fail. I might donate petty bills. They can't get it by they sell.
That's why you treat my friend good, but not too good. I give them too much, then they don't need me. I give them just
I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. 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 I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. I'ma get it either way. I don't even gotta say what I want when I want. They just put it on my plate. I could get it right away. Take you through my day to day. Wake and pray, make that play. Get some good at my place. There's some on the way, cause my bro's on the way. I got stones on my gold. I got loads in my safe. Had a 7-figure summer, so I'm putting on some weight. Set up getting thick, so I put it on display.
with this round, I make a joke. Everybody laughs. I know I'm funny, but I'm not that funny.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. 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 I'ma get it by myself, yeah.
Yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? In the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like.
Hey, everybody, it's the coach. Welcome to the special...
Coach, whiteout conditions throughout the Great Plains sure made travel difficult, but we're still expecting a full house at Empower Field at Mile High here in Denver. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the New England Patriots and the Baltimore Ravens. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone. touch. Back.
Hey, set. Ready? Mike. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Throwing on first down is Brady. He'll get this one out to Rex Burkhead. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards there and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Bravo.
Brady now on first down. Slant route caught by Edelman. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. First down, here's White. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Hey, Haywood. Hey, go 66.
From the 39, Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead him up 3rd and long. To throw, it's Brady. Dorsett making the catch. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Brady. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Jackson flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Rolling to his right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Now Jackson to throw on 3rd down. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Charles, as the Patriots come back out here offensively, it gives us a chance to go back to that loss they had Week 9 to Baltimore. So now 8-1. Not going to be an undefeated season, so the 72 Dolphins can take a little breath of relief. Well, they got to worry about the 49ers.
49ers are still out there, but they can't order, what they want, right, and put it on ice.
Get ready to put it on ice. So now, do you put much emphasis on that loss to Baltimore if you're New England? You're like, whatever, just move on.
I think that they're the team and a franchise that knows how to move on, but they also will look at that tape and realize they've got some things to fix because Baltimore ran the...
And now off to the races, down the right side, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. James White, 72 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that makes the score 7-0. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Let's go.
Baltimore's offense takes the field again. Charles, they are at 6-2 after that win against New England. 2-game lead over suddenly a resurgent Pittsburgh Steelers team, and they get to see them again the final week of the season. But what does that win over New England tell you about Baltimore's chances in the AFC?
It tells you a lot. The main thing it tells you is that this is a team that's not going to shy away from the spotlight, not going to be intimidated by New England and all their Super Bowls and, what they've...
And I think the ball's out, and it's picked up by the Patriots.
We gonna shut.
Whenever we call a game that's in the snow, we have to focus a little bit more, trying to make sure we've got the right numbers on players that we're calling right, the right guys in the game. Think about the guys on the field. Their focus has to really increase as well because so many...
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're...
And at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brady. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England.
Touchdown.
Julian Edelman, 59 yards. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly for 6. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And we shift our attention to Mark Ingram. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. It's John Simon with a sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 56 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. On 2nd and 9, Jackson eluding the pressure right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. He's got the lane, and there he goes. 30, 10, 5. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Jackson looking to throw on third. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And some room to roam now. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 30. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. Normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Kyle Van Noy coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Hey, check. 3 down.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, while the two of us head for warmer areas of the press box, we'll be sending you to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Kyle Van Noy picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal, now brings up a decision on 4th down.
Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the 3rd time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses.
It's
and
rare.
excited is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming into 2019. He's incredible.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
Let's go. Interception on
Well, with that incompletion, let's tap into the useless facts file, shall we? 3 guys with the last name Allen got the start in Week 9. Josh in Buffalo, Kyle in Carolina, Brandon in Denver. All 3 got the win. And, Charles, that's the first time in league history that 3 QBs sharing the last name won on the same weekend.
How about that? And
looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung.
Well, from what we've seen thus far, this is not a formula for winning football. When you have more turnovers than points scored, that's a tough way to try and win a game.
So after the INT, it's Brady, forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady, and oh, look at that, a diving catch. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Second tour of duty for Watson with the Patriots. Remember, New England drafted him way back in 2004 out of Northwestern. He retired in the offseason after finishing the campaign with New Orleans, but decided to come back for one more go-around with the Patriots, and they might need him, especially with Rob Gronkowski no longer in uniform. Well, that throw by Brady, incomplete. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Brady to throw. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Mohamed Sanu. As the first half is winding down, as his guys continue to pour it on.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a New England touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with a field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. The snow certainly making conditions difficult, and it's not likely to get better anytime soon, as we turn it right back over to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for number 3. The Rocky Mountain snow looks like it's second half as we are back underway in Denver. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and I think they are going to get this one back. Boy, that would have been something. Double turnovers, but instead they'll keep the possession on the INT. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Gostkowski the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 at their own 44. Now it's Jackson, flush to his right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Jackson throwing again. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Andrews. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 56 yards. And the Ravens are able to make things a bit more respectable. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
53! Single. I got a single in the slot. Single.
They go play action for White. Now it's Brady. And this one brought in by Sanu. A big play there for New England. And even 40 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for him.
Now Brady. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Patrick Owasor. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. Another try after the first down sack. Brady being chased out left. And it'll be intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, hey, we talked about the AFC playoff picture. Let's look at the NFC. That's a different story. You've got Dallas and Philly neck and neck in the East. Then Green Bay, New Orleans, and San Francisco as division leaders. But with only 2 more wild card spots, going to be some good teams left out in the cold in January.
Yeah, because right now you got Seattle at 7-2, Minnesota 6-3. They would be in as of right now. But the Rams 5-3. Carolina, and whoever doesn't win the East out of either Dallas or Philadelphia, this is going to be a heck of a battle, isn't it? People are going to have an effect on this conference with every game that's played, maybe even teams that aren't in the conference. Because if you lose to someone, anyone, it could knock you out of the race.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Dante Hightower coming in for the sack from his linebacker spot. To try again after the sack. Jackson, he's going deep for Brown. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Marquise Brown, the rookie, his intended target. 3rd down here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jamie Collins in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. He finds Roberts, complete. He's at the 30, 10. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Seth Roberts, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Ravens get a bit closer. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now a pass here caught by Edelman. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a 1st down. That time a slant, Brady in general on those quick hitters, he just releases the ball so fast.
He does, and he's so accurate, but most of the time, he wins before the ball's even snapped by his pre-snap read. Finds out where the defense is and delivers it to the proper place.
Brady's throw there complete, and he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a 1st down. High-scoring game. These offenses continue to hum and move the football.
And I don't know about you, partner, but I'm starting to get a little winded here because watching them go up and down the field here in Denver where the air is rare, I think we need to go ask the chain crew how they keep up because they've been going up and down the field and handling this thing.
That's a good point. I feel sorry for those guys at this high altitude. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Brady. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Brady. It's complete. James White. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Brady now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Brady going to throw. And it's caught. And he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Again, they'll throw with Brady.
And a lot of people ask the same.
And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. Tom Brady taking it in as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
She's singing too.
Oh, she's singing. She's
on like the fifth tune.
Yeah, she left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Jackson now to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking for Mark Ingram there. And it's 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. Jackson now. Roberts got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Now it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kyle Van Noy. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. After the sack on 1st down, Jackson. It's caught by Roberts. There he goes left side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Seth Roberts, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens cut into that lead. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his 2nd touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep him in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Kicking team.
So that one will be accepted.
Come on, let's go. Let's go. Wait, set. Round 80. Round 80. Mike's 57. 57's Mike. Shadow.
They go play action here on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. A well-executed safety blitz by Tony Jefferson leads to the sack.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Brady. Caught by the tight end, Watson.
Offside. Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. From midfield, here's Brady. Caught by Sanu. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. To throw is Brady.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow. Talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches, as a general rule, that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
On 1st down, Brady. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. That one good for 13 and a New England 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Going up top. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. He was trying to get it to Seth Roberts, but it's going to be 2nd down. So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long, escaping the pressure right, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives them a 1st down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that cat?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. Brady's going to sneak it. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Tom Brady keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the lead will swell by 1 more. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. This fielded at the 2. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Snead's got it. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Kicking team.
And, Charles, this is one of those inexcusable special teams penalties, an out-of-bounds kickoff.
Pressure, pressure, pressure. Sometimes errors occur because of situations.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Complete to Watson, the tight end. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now Brady. Buying time to his left. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Julian Edelman, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Brady to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And that will write a finish to this ball game. A big offensive